Konnichiwa,
Hey
Rachel.
guys, how are you? Um,
Hi.
hi. To start, I love the commentary this show is making on different languages and translation because as we're talking through a thing that is translating our conversation for us, but it also erases the language. Like I can't hear the Japanese and you can't hear the English. And that's so fascinating to me because I do think we miss something of that connection, even though we're more connected than we would be for you guys as actors, what is it like playing these characters that don't have to rely on a person translating for them, but are relying on a disconnected voice telling them what someone's saying?
あ、スクリーンに喋るとか、
You can talk to a screen and it's virtual,
芝居自体の時には
right?
そ
I
れ
mean,
が
actually, when we were acting,
声だけ聞いてましたね。
we're just listening to the voice, I think. And
ジュンさんの顔を私知って
for
るので
instance, I know Jun's face. We did reading first of the script, and
自分のイマジネー
I've
ションの
seen him act. So I can imagine his voice and reacting to his voice.
作業があります。
So I would do that.
なんとなく顔が見えるんですよね。
But I can see him, almost. It's amazing. It's because we have so much imagination, and that's how I was acting.
ユンさん、
Just
なんでしょうね。
お互いのスタジオに行ったのよね。
でしたっけね。
はい。
I went to
実際対面してる
like when we are together,
例えばサニーっていうロボット
like for instance, when I was talking to Sunny, it was almost the same thing. The robot is not a person, but then I start to imagine, different feelings and I can react. It's almost like talking to a human. So I've never had that experience before.
ではさせても
So
らい
this was a great new experience for me.
Yeah, speaking of Sunny, I do think it's very funny because she looks like a sweet robot, but she's not. She's sinister. And I like that she looks so cute and sweet. But if you guys could have a robot that maybe wasn't evil, what would you want this robot to kind of do? Or like would you just have a little companion or would you be like, yeah, clean my house?
私ね、AI 大
You
好き。
know, I love AI.
あの
And
うちの中にはもう
in my house, I have
冷蔵庫は水が入って
many. My refrigerator speaks and says, there's not water. My bathtub says, okay, the water is filled. And so I have so many devices in my home that is using AI. So it's so natural to have AI. I have Roomba, the cleaning robot, and that cleans the house. I have Aibo, the pet dog. I have Furby, another pet. And so they say boring or something like that. So ever since I was young, I think because of my older brother's influence, I love these kind of mechanics. So if I could have that robot, I would make it clean my room. And also, because I want more time to do art and to create things, then if the robot could take over and do all the home chores, washing and cleaning and all that. And for me, instead of having the robot help with that sort of thing, I would like the robot to be a sort of like a companion to talk to. I mean, I know it's a robot, but I can, if I have something I'm, worried about, or I could ask, what do you think of this? And like a talking companion, I think that would be very nice to have. Sunny has emotions. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, she does. I really like how this show gives us a look into Japan. I think a lot of shows we have the idea of what Japan is, but we get to kind of see, what this American is doing while living in Japan and her interpretation of it. For you guys as actors, how important was it for you to make sure that Japan came across as beautiful and like you guys know it, even though it is kind of a more modern version of Japan.
いや、もちろんそれは
Mm,
やっ
of
ぱり、
course, yes.
この作品、
I
日本のしかも京都と
we
いう
were
ところが舞台
filming in Kyoto,
その
which is an old
いろん
town in
な
a
基
city,
本的なるいろん
and
なし
it has many Japanese aspects like
あるいは
culture
なんだろう精神的な
and even the psychological aspects of Japan, the moral
そのもの
aspects.
本当の
So
本当
I
の
think
形で
we could show that genuinely, authentically
なので
in this piece, which is was wonderful. And so in acting in it, there was nothing peculiar. I think I just want everyone to watch it, for the authenticity. And really the culture and the habits and the customs are really depicted very authentically, which is rare, actually. It's been well researched, and I think it's there on the screen. And as Japanese actors, we were very happy about that. And Mr. O'Sullivan, who wrote the original, lives in Akita Prefecture, so he knows. He's not a tourist. He's not an outsider. He has lived in Japan, knows Japan. His book, The Dark Manual, and also the writers of this series, Katie, they have really researched. They love Japan, and we can feel that from the work.
Yeah. And for my last question, I love how dark this show is. Like it's a dark comedy, but it is very like it has some dark moments. And I think they're very fun to kind of watch because you're shocked and then you end up laughing, which is the point. For you guys as actors, is it fun to do the darker stuff and get to kind of dive into the things that are more outrageous so that we as the audience get to kind of laugh in those moments?
この作品全体がどこ
So
か
in
そう
the whole piece, there is darkness or dark areas and nuances,
漂わせてるっていうのは
and you can feel that. And I like that about this
パフォーマンス
piece.
するときに
And to perform in it,
ダメだよねとかそういう
I'm
の
not
あんまり考え
thinking
ない
about, I have to make this dark or anything like that.
結果としてそういう
But as a
お客
result,
さん
I think that's how it looks
どっか
for
で
the audience.
つながってたりもする
And then it's connected to
そうい
humor.
うことを意識しないでやった方
So
が
I wasn't consciously doing anything, but I think that's how it works, Now, as for Noriko, my character, she is the mother-in-law, so she has jealousy towards the daughter-in-law, and so she has many shades. She has many layers, and she has passion, but she's kind of, hiding that. But in that, we were really working very seriously, acting, and then it becomes funny. And so there were many comical moments born out of the seriousness. So it's dark, but it's humorous. And the more serious we are, the more funny it looks sometimes. I think that's one thing about the series.
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for talking to me. I really appreciate it. I love the show and I can't wait for everyone to get to see Sunny.
Thank you so much
Yeah, have a great one.
ありがとう。バイバイ。